Welcome to all the students once again. We have started the next topic, that is short-term finance and working capital management. So we have completed the part 1 of this chapter. Now we will see the second half of this chapter, that is working capital management. So in this working capital management, we will see the meaning, role of working capital, advantages and disadvantages of working capital. So let us start with the meaning and definition of working capital. In accounting, working capital is the difference between the inflow and outflow of funds. It is defined as the excess of current assets over current liabilities and provisions. So what is working capital? It is the excess of current assets over current liabilities and provisions. Working capital may be regarded as the lifeblood of a business. Its effective management can ensure the success of the business, while its inefficient management can lead to loss of profits, but also to the downfall of a company. Working capital is understood in two different but interlinked senses. In first sense, it refers to the sum total of all current assets employed in the business process. This is known as gross working capital concept. So what is gross working capital? The gross working capital concept says that sum total of all current assets employed in the business process. Then that concept is what gross working capital concept. It is also understood in terms of net concept, according to which excess of current assets over current liabilities represents working capital. So according to the net concept, what does working capital means? It means the excess of current assets over current liabilities. Okay, so there are two concepts, that is gross working capital concept and the net concept. Okay, so this is what your meaning and definition of working capital is. Next comes the constituents of working capital. See, the net working capital represents current assets minus current liabilities. So it includes current assets, inventories, trade debtors, prepaid expenses, loans and advances, investment, cash and bank balances, current liabilities, sundry creditors, bank overdrafts, short-term loans and provisions. So these are what? These are the constituents of working capital, that is current assets, inventories, trade debtors, prepaid expenses, loans and advances, investment, cash and bank balances, current liabilities, sundry creditors, bank overdrafts, short-term loans and the provisions. Okay, now let us see working capital management. What does working capital management means? See, working capital management refers to the set of activities performed by a company to make sure it got enough resources for day-to-day operating expenses while keeping resources invested in a productive way. So working capital management is what it sees that the firm or the company has enough resources for carrying out its day-to-day operating expenses and the activities while using the same resources in a very effective and a productive way. This is what your working capital management means. The primary purpose of working capital management is to enable the company to maintain sufficient cash flow to meet its short-term operating cost and short-term debt obligations. So what is its primary purpose? The primary purpose of working capital management is to see that it maintains the sufficient cash flow in the company for meeting its short-term operating cost and short-term debt obligations. It is its primary purpose. Working capital management can improve a company's earnings and profitability through efficient use of its resources. Management of working capital includes inventory management as well as management of account receivables and account payables. So management of working capital includes what? Your inventory management, management of account receivables and account payables. Okay. Therefore, it is the duty of finance manager to maintain a right amount of working capital in the firm on a continuous basis. Working capital management involves two main processes: determination of size of the amount of working capital and arranging the sources of working capital. What does it involve? It involves two main processes. The first is the determination of size of the amount of working capital. Size of the amount means कितना working capital की ज़रूरत है company में. And arranging the sources of working capital means कहाँ से वो working capital arrange करना है firm को. That is what are the various sources or what are the various ways through which a company can get the working capital. That is the meaning of arranging the sources of working capital. So this is what your working capital management means. Okay. Now next comes role of working capital. See, the role of working capital is very important for any business concern. A concern requires adequate working capital to meet its day-to-day operations, operating expenses, and also to carry out the activities of the business very smoothly and efficiently. Thus, working capital is considered as the lifeblood of the business. So, according to this, the first role is to increase in liquidity. See, it enhances the liquidity and the solvency position of the business concern by checking that the right amount of working capital is being invested in the business. The next is the smooth flow of production. To maintain a smooth flow of production, it is necessary that adequate working capital is available for paying trade suppliers, hiring labor, and incurring other operating expenses. The third role is cash discount advantages. See, it enables the firm to avail itself of the facilities like cash discount by making prompt payments. The next is goodwill. A firm with sound working capital position can make timely payment of its outstanding bills, and this enhances the reputation of the firm in the market. So in this way also the working capital plays a very important role. Next comes completing operating cycle. A sound management of working capital helps in completing the operating cycle quickly. This enables the firm to increase its profitability. Okay. Now next comes your regular payment of wages and salaries. See, the firm can make regular and timely payment of wages and salaries to its employees. So this increases the morale and efficiency of employees. In this way also it plays a very important role. In this way also your working capital plays a very important role by giving the regular payment of wages and salaries. Next comes efficient use of fixed assets. Adequate amount of working capital enables the firm to use its fixed assets more efficiently and extensively. If the fixed assets remain idle due to paucity of working capital, depreciation of fixed assets and interest on borrowed capital invested in fixed assets will have to be incurred unnecessarily. So in this way also your working capital plays a very important role. Next comes role playing in getting loan. See, adequate amount of working capital builds a sound credit worthiness of the firm in the market. As a result, it becomes easier for the firm to obtain additional loans in favorable terms and conditions in order to meet seasonal increase in demand or to finance the increased working capital resulting from expansion. Okay. Now next comes meeting contingencies. It can meet unforeseen contingencies of the firm. Unforeseen contingencies like business depression, financial crisis due to huge losses, etc. can easily be overcome if adequate working capital is maintained by a firm. So that was the role of the working capital in the business. Now we will see the advantages of working capital. So first is flexibility. See, one of the advantages of working capital is that it provides flexibility, enabling to satisfy customers' orders, expand business, and invest in new products and services. So in this way, it provides flexibility. To the business. Okay. Now next comes extra protection. So it also provides a cushion for company when it needs a bit of extra cash. Okay. Now next provides easy availability of loans. It can arrange loans from banks and other financial institutions on very easy and favorable terms. So this is one of the advantage of working capital. Next comes, it helps in maintaining solvency of the business because it checks the liquidity of the business on day-to-day basis. Next comes, it enables a concern to face business crisis in emergencies such as depression and helps in maintaining the goodwill of the business in the market. So these were the advantages of working capital. Now let us see the disadvantages of working capital. The first is shortage of working capital results in fall of rate of return on investment. If there is inadequate amount of working capital, what will it result in? It will result in fall of rate of return on the investments. Next comes excess working capital means idle funds which will earn no profits. If there is excess amount of working capital in the business and if it is not utilized effectively and efficiently, then it will earn no profits to the business. Short-term liabilities cannot be paid on time due to inadequate working capital in the business. If there is inadequacy of working capital in the business, then it will result in that short-term liabilities will not be paid on due time. So there should be adequate working capital in the business. Next comes excess working capital may result into overall inefficiency in organization as it is not being utilized properly by the concern. Yes, if the excess working capital is there in the business and if it is not utilized efficiently, then the concern will not work properly, or the resources or the financial resources of the organization will be wasted because it has been not utilized properly in the work of the business. So these are the disadvantages of the working capital. We will see the next half of this chapter in the next lecture. Till then, thank you.